Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. Okay, let's have a look at the history, because this one hurts. As we knew it would. So this is Goldstone, just kind of mopping up on the front line here now. It wasn't quite as bad as it could have been, by the way. We did hold in a few places, as you'll see. Yeah, so one thing you'll be noticing if you're paying attention to the combat resolution is the AI are attacking with a lot of Air Force stuff. So I think if there's going to be any chance for us to survive here, what we've got to do is go through some kind of Minos tribe reformation, okay? And that reformation is going to be modernizing our military forces, making them leaner, because we haven't got the logistics really at the moment to be able to, well, we're not going to have the manpower either to be able to put out a lot of troops. So we're going to have to be fighting with less troops, and they're going to have to be more focused. We're losing hundreds of men in each battle, by the way, literally hundreds. Now that we held firm there, although, oh no, we didn't hold, we took losses, but we were pushed back. Sorry, no losses, but we were pushed back. These guys stood and took a lot of losses. We're not killing anything, by the way. We are not killing anything at all. You'll notice that we are just melting. This is what happens when you've got no morale. If you've got no morale, you've got no action points. You just can't fight. That was better. So we actually killed 300 troops and some tanks there. So as you can see, they're now fighting into the desert, and their tanks are not going to be effective in the desert. So if they're going to be, any armor that they're going to be using is really not going to be of any use to them in the desert. Now, of course, if they pick their game up and start fighting with real technology in desert, like walkers, for example, then we'll see some, we'll see some different outcomes, no doubt. We've got this mechanized infantry. We need to move this back out of this potential pocket that's about to form. The 6th Infantry, these guys are in a little bit of a better situation, I guess. They've got some action points, so we do need to hold this though, because this is the northern route to Minos, and this is where we've really got to start making a stand. Okay, something like this. Look. Let's attack back. We can't not attack them. Come on. Come on. You can do it.
Run!
Okay, they held. Yeah, so you got to fight back, man. If you don't fight back, you're kind of in trouble.
This is the cavalry.
But we're not really ready for it.
Run!
Okay.
Run!
Let's just bring these guys back here. These might get surrounded, but they should be alright. We'll see. These are RPGs. Now, yeah, we don't know what's there. Have we got any aircraft? Yes, we have. So let's get an aircraft reconnaissance mission.
Birds are in the sky.
Okay, we didn't get enough of a reconnaissance in there, and I don't know if we've got enough. Yeah, a little bit low on fuel. Let's keep these guys back here. We are just falling back now. We are retreating. We cannot hold this, and I'm going to give up on this city here. Yeah, let's this fighter squadron. I think we're just going to disband these guys. We're falling back, guys. We are falling back. All these great veteran troops we had are all in big trouble. Let's get... okay, we need to change the stratagem on these guys. Let's put these on defense instead, or maybe even... yeah, it's going to be on... Put them on defense. So they're a little bit tougher in combat. These guys probably want to be on defense as well, or on entrench. Entrench would be very, very nice in the desert, I think. You can entrench quite nicely in the desert, I think. Oh no, no you can't. Maximum entrenchment's only 50. That's interesting. We'll just compare it to high mountains, for example, where you can get 250. So yeah, desert's not great for entrenchment. So actually we want them on defense. Sorry, that's the wrong button.
Order acknowledged.
Okay. I'm going to put these guys up here. See if we can rescue some of these veteran troops. We'll see. Let's see what we can do. Come down and fight in the desert. I don't mind. We've got more logistics up here. Yeah, we've still got this crazy bottleneck. Okay, have we actually got... Yeah, so we're going to have a railhead here soon. Once that railhead's up, it's taking such a long time to build though. And we've got excessive... Yeah, we could probably do some stuff, you know, mess around with this a little bit. We do need to send some more... Can we... I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try... Push me there. It's still not going to work, look. Just still crazy bottleneck. At least the troops are mostly getting their local supply from this area now, so they're getting the local pickup. Okay, not much more we can do on that side. Let's keep these guys where they are. I feel like Dunkelstadt is... Yeah, they are literally friends with us. I think we can move these troops. I think we're going to have to bring this brigade up to come and help now. And if Dunkelstadt attacks us, this is my own fault, because you really should not leave your lines undefended, but this is kind of what we got to do now. Because I think if we don't do something soon, we've got to cycle some troops out here. We've lost a couple of brigades essentially. By the way, you're going to find that we're going to have really big problems with casualties. Yeah, we are well over the short-term casualty limit, unfortunately. So, do we have any stratagem cards that we can play? Let's have a look. Okay, we've got worker privileges actually. We definitely want to play that in Minos.
Yes, sir.
Plus 11. Okay. Worker happiness has gone up a significant amount. Okay, we're actually taking on workers now. This is good. So finally, we finally overcome this problem. So, my diagnostic for what really went wrong with this, and we knew that it was going to hurt, right? Was we had to deal with the credits situation because the credits were just out of control, and I knew that it was going to cause problems. What I did not anticipate quite how much of a bottleneck this was going to cause in my logistics system. Now. Yeah, this is mostly to do. It's partly to do with my logistics and partly to do with the just always fighting on the edge of, you know, my resource limits and over my resource limits. Drills for bureaucrats proposed. We got some syndics in here. Look, that I'm going to cause problems. I can't stand syndics. She's commander of the 2nd Modern Infantry. Right, so that's one of my biggest infantry brigades. No, that's the first. Which one's the second? Black group, I think it was, wasn't it? Where are they? They're this side. Yeah, I can't annoy her. Is she a good leader? Yeah, she's pretty good. She's a lawful humanist school, so she seems to have changed. That's going to be... I don't really want to lose this much with all these guys. I think I'd rather upset her and kick her out, to be honest, or maybe play a card on her. I don't remember actually her giving me problems before, so we may find that we can actually deal with her with some cards. Yeah, she's down to 53. We need to figure something out. So an official gift's not going to give. Oh, 3d20.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, well that worked perfectly. We got a critical success, so she's happy again. It will trend down, so it's not going to stay like that. Yeah, look at the state of this as well. The 9th, they are wrecked. Bring these guys down. By the way, one thing I'm seeing here that I'm not paying enough attention to is the radiation levels on this. I don't know if you've seen this, but these are quite high. So the radiation levels are going to affect your readiness in a big way. Yeah, they're also hungry. That doesn't help. Yeah, so they're losing some readiness. Morale. Okay, no, they're not getting anything problems from radiation here. Maybe we've actually, I must have got the radiation filters technology then. Let's get these guys up here just so we've got something up against, holding up against Goldstone in that direction. Yeah, we've lost a lot of troops to starvation. We've got troops coming in this way by the looks of it. Motorized artillery. Yeah, these guys don't have enough fuel to be effective. Let's just keep them where they are. So yeah, we're going to have to bring this brigade up this way. I think we'll bring we will bring them up the main route, and then we'll swing them off into the desert and use them wherever they're needed. Now, these guys do have man pads, so they've got some defense against the aircraft that they're bringing in. I have no idea whether this is going to work. I suspect that the level of aircraft that they're going to have by the time we get up there is probably going to be a little bit much. But yeah, we'll see. I remember what I wanted to do with these guys now. Let's get these guys into... I wanted them in Minos because they're a big group, but they'll be alright for the time being. Alright. So let's look at this logistics issue. Okay, this is sending in this way. Yeah, nothing going out that way. Yeah, really. So really, this should be pulling in this way, but there's too many. I mean, we've got kind of bottlenecks going all over now. There will be less troops down this way, so we can probably end up sending less that way too. Also, we probably need less going out to Neris. Let's just... Yeah, it's not changing anything. That's because... Yeah. So I'm making that mistake again where I'm kind of using these systems. I'm so used to using because I've just been playing it for such a long time. I'm so used to using the traffic lights and the push-based system, but it doesn't always play nicely with pull. And I kind of got to the point with it where I just kind of can't be bothered with faffing with it because it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. Let's just drop those amounts. P. Still not. Look, it's really weird. It's like we got 900 extra through this turn, but it's not. It doesn't re-divert them down this way. Why not? Like, what's going on there? So my understanding is that it should be pulling from the main routes, yeah, up this way. And then, but like, why is it sent? Why have we got excess points going out that way? And I'm pretty sure, haven't we got a truck station here? Yeah, we got. Oh yeah, but it's got no fuel. I'm still confused though as to why we've got 900 extra going out this way here and extra, you know, logistics going up this way, but it's not, you know, these logistic points aren't being, it's not redirecting them that way. I need to revisit my knowledge on how logistics works in Shadow Empire, because it always just, there's so many systems involved now. And Vic's like, oh, try the mid-core logistics system. And I'm like, no, I kind of want this one to work because I like this. I just want to. It's just so complex now with what's going on that it's difficult to figure. You know, it's really difficult to kind of. You got multiple systems all working with one another, like pull. You've got push. You've got traffic lights, and really, you know, Vic was like, try just turning off all your traffic lights and just using the pull system, but that just does not work for me. Like, I can't get that to work. I can't wrap my brain around it. And I think what I'd need to do is try playing a game where I just completely do not use pull, and I always ignore these traffic lights and instead just use the custom pull points and just learn how to use it like that on a smaller game, which I think is what I'm going to try and do for the next one, because I can't, like, the two systems together do not seem to work very well. And yeah, I can't wrap my head around it. It's not a small brain problem. It's a galaxy brain problem, because it's already a complex system, and then you've got two systems that that you can, as soon as you introduce more chaos by kind of like adding these things in as well. Yeah, it's kind of complex. I don't think we need much in prospecting now. I don't think that's going to make a big difference. Secret Service Council task priorities. I'll just put that on no change. Just give these guys some credits.
Copy that.
They demand Zedalia Commune. I don't even know who they are.
Understood.
Yeah, relationship increase sounds like a good idea. Yeah, this decision is no longer available as the HQ concerned has disappeared. Yes, we lost a bunch of leaders. So, actually, did we show the vidcom? No. So, Commander of the 7th Siege Infantry Brigade, Dexter Whitelane, was killed in action, as was Fonzie Voltpath. It's a shame because he had a great name. We're getting these worker privileges cards though, which is an absolute godsend. And if I remember right, they were coming from one of my factions, right? So here's one reason why you really want to learn to engage with the faction system, because I don't always do that. I don't always remember to do that. And if you start, your factions can actually save you, because really it's been workers have been my big issue in this game for the last, 10 turns or so. And worker privileges would have really, really helped me. They would have stopped this bleed out of people leaving Minos. Yeah, she's increasing her oratory skills. It's actually quite a good leader, she is, Krista Oakes. Gosh, she's old now, 68 years old. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be it, I think, for this turn. We have got political points that we can play. Let's see if we've got any stratagems that might be able to help us. I'm not seeing anything that's going to immediately help us, to be honest. Emergency tax might be a good idea to play now, because we are... how is tax going, by the way? Let's go to our reports. Oh, we're only losing 500 a turn. Okay, so there's a couple of reasons for this. One is, my sweeping reforms to the amount of money that workers are making. That the drastic pay cut that they all took has worked. The other problem is that we're paying less troops now because we're losing thousands of troops a turn. So that's another thing. Let's just get some... We're going to need some replacement troops. Okay, let's get some troops out. And with that, guys, we're going to end the turn. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.